You wouldn't know it from walking through a neighborhood like this. But nationwide, more families are falling behind on their mortgage than we've seen in years. It's happening again quietly this time. Families across America are watching everything tight: groceries, gas, insurance, utilities, and for some, their mortgage.
As more homeowners in the U.S. struggle to keep up with mortgage payments and maintenance costs, new data shows the number of property foreclosures is steadily rising. According to property data from Adam, foreclosure filings rose for 6 months straight year over year. And as of August, the number of foreclosures, that was up 18% from the same time last year. Those numbers put the U.S. on track to surpass the roughly 322,000 total properties that went into foreclosure last year.
Foreclosure filings have jumped 17% in just 1 year, with more than 100,000 properties hit with a notice in the last quarter alone. And what's wild is this isn't just happening in struggling neighborhoods. It's happening in middle-class communities, brand new builds, even in places people thought they were financially secure. So what's really going on? And if you're already feeling the pinch, what can you do before the bank shows up at your door? For those of you who are new here, I'm Therisa, and I like to share what's really happening in housing and how it affects families. And right now, foreclosures are becoming a major concern again. If you've been paying attention to what's happening in housing, you can feel it. Something is shifting.
Today, I've received some posts through, the letterbox. I've opened it and it's a solicitor. The solicitor has been appointed the position to basically let me know that within 5 weeks, the bank has repossessed the house and I'm going to be homeless. I never thought I'd ever be saying this to you.
Just shared that I am on the brink of foreclosure, and it's been weighing heavy on my heart for a minute, y'all. But I'm like, you gotta be honest with yourself and maybe it'll help somebody. I don't know. It's very embarrassing. And there's a shame around doing so well and then failing. Things happened that were beyond me. So here we are.
You don't even have to look far to see it. Homeowners are struggling to keep up as payments rise and everything around them gets more expensive. It's not that people stop trying, it's that the cost of everything caught up faster than most people expected. We're not in a full-blown crash, but for a lot of families, it feels just as hard. And the numbers back it up. Foreclosures filings are climbing, and more people are finding themselves in situations they never thought they'd face. So, in this video, we're going to break down what's really happening, where it's hitting the hardest, and what steps you can take right now, especially if you've already received that notice from the bank. So let's take a closer look at what the numbers are showing, because they tell a story that's hard to ignore. According to Adam data, the U.S. recorded 101,513 foreclosure filings in the third quarter of 2025. That's a 17% jump from a year ago. About 72,000 homes entered foreclosure for the first time this quarter. And bank repossession rose 33%. Think about that. 1 in 3 more families lost their homes to the bank compared to last year. The CEO of Adam explained it like this: foreclosure activities has been trending higher for consecutive quarters as financial stress builds across America. And that's exactly what we're seeing. People still working, still trying, but carrying too much weight from inflation and rising costs. The hotspots, Nevada, Florida, and Texas, especially Houston, are leading the spike. Illinois, Maryland, and South Carolina aren't far behind. And right now, all signs point to one thing: the trend isn't slowing down. Now, let's get real. I'm telling you, a lot of what's happening right now is because so many people bought homes they could barely afford. In 2021 and 2022, interest rates were low and everyone was racing to buy. People used adjustable rate mortgage, made tiny down payments, and told themselves it'll be fine. Well, those temporary rates have expired. Payments that used to be $2,200 a month are now $3,000 or more. Insurance in Florida and Texas is up 50 to 100%. Groceries, gas, childcare, everything is eating your budget. And here's the thing, this could have been avoided if a lot of people had bought below their means. If your mortgage is 40 to 50% of your income and you don't have a solid emergency fund, one life event can wipe you out. That's why I always say, just because you can get approved for it doesn't mean you can afford it. A recent survey found that 75% of Americans are stressed about their housing costs right now. Even if you are current on your mortgage, that tension is still real. Okay, so let's walk through what foreclosure actually means. Step 1, missed payments. Usually, after 2 or 3 months of no payment, the lender will start to file a notice of default. That's your first official warning. Now, if you don't catch up on your payments, they will schedule a public foreclosure auction. If no one buys the home at auction, it will go back to the bank as real estate owned. And that's when it will hit those bank-owned websites. Here's the fact most people don't know. If your home sells for more than what you owe, you may be entitled to that extra money. It's called excess funds. But you have to request it. The bank won't call you about it. The key is acting early. Once you ignore the first letter, the timeline starts working against you. I recently heard from a family in Miami who bought their home in 2022. They were so excited. First home, great school district. Then their insurance jumped from $2,400 to $6,000 in a year. And their adjustable rate loan reset to 7%. They fell 2 months behind almost overnight. Another couple in Houston was hit with a job layoff. And they thought they could sell before foreclosure. But their home sat for 5 months with no offers. The auction date came before a buyer did. And you know what? These stories are not about irresponsible people. They're about families who did everything right, but life moved faster than their paycheck. If you're starting to fall behind, don't panic, but don't wait. Here's what to do right now. Call your lender. Ask for hardship programs, modifications, or temporary forbearance. Find a HUD-approved housing counselor. They can help you build a budget and also help you negotiate with the bank. If selling, price to move, not to prove. A smaller profit beats a foreclosure. Document everything. Keep emails, letters, call notes. Paper trail matters. Ask about excess funds and redemption right. Don't leave money on the table. These simple moves can buy you time, protect your credit, and in some cases, save your home. All right, let's talk about the point where most people start to panic, and this is when the foreclosure notice came in. Maybe the sale date posted and your lender keeps calling. First off, take a deep breath. Getting that notice doesn't mean it's over. It means the clock is ticking and every day from here on out matters. First things first, call your lender immediately. Don't avoid the calls or the letters. That will only speed things up. Ask if they can pause or postpone the sale while you apply for a loan modification or hardship plan. Banks actually prefer to get paid than to take back a home. Sometimes a simple reinstatement or a temporary payment plan can stop the process even within weeks of the sale. Next, reach out to a licensed real estate agent who can handle pre-foreclosures and short sales. A good realtor can help you figure out if selling makes more sense than fighting to keep the house. Here's how they can help. They can run a realistic market analysis to see what your home can sell for right now. They'll list the home as pre-foreclosure sale so buyers know time is limited. Negotiate directly with your lender if short sale becomes the best route. The short sale is when the bank agrees to accept less than what is owed, so you can sell and avoid a full foreclosure on your record. A short sale isn't always ideal, but it's far better for your credit and your peace of mind than letting the bank take the home outright. If you already have equity, your realtor can also help you sell quickly to protect that equity before the auction date hits. Know your legal and local options. Some states have what's called a redemption period. That's time after an auction where you can still reclaim your home and settle your balance. Check with your county clerk or a foreclosure attorney just to see how it works where you live. Even a short consultation can confirm whether you have weeks or months left to act. Now, protect what's yours. If your property sells for more than you owe, you might be owed the excess funds. Ask your lender, trustee, or attorney about how to claim those funds. That money could help you rent, reset, or just start again later. Look, foreclosure doesn't happen in one day. It's a process with multiple off-ramps and you still have time to take one. So reach out to the people who can help you the most and use your resources. Don't wait until you're boxed in with no choices left. The worst mistakes you can make right now is doing nothing. I've seen homeowners turn it around days before auction because they finally made those calls. Even if you can't save this home, you can protect your credit, your dignity, and your next chapter. You still have options, and the sooner you reach out, the more of them you'll have. If you're watching this right now and you've already gotten that letter or you feel it coming, listen carefully. Foreclosure doesn't define you. It doesn't erase all those years you worked to build your home. It's simply a sign that something has to change, and change can be the start of something better. The truth is, most people wait too long because they're embarrassed or overwhelmed. But the ones who take action, seek help, and use all of the resources available to them, those are the ones who will either save their home or walk away with their credit and their peace of mind intact. You might not be able to control interest rates or insurance hikes or the cost of groceries, but you can control what you do next. Even if that next step is simply saying, I need help, that's strength, not failure. And if you do need to sell, remember, this isn't the end of your story. It's just a different chapter. I've seen families rebuild, buy again, and come out wiser and more financially stable than before. Sometimes losing the house isn't losing the dream, it's just getting another chance to do it the right way. If this video was helpful, hit the like button so more homeowners can find it. Drop your city or state in the comments below. I'm putting together local updates for places like Florida, Texas, and Nevada, places where the numbers are hitting hardest. Now make sure you subscribe, because on our next video, we're going to keep the conversation going on the realities of homeownership. No matter where you are, breathe, regroup, and remember, there is always another move to make.